Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be a video that I've actually done before, but I did it was like my third video on my channel, and since I got hacked and all my videos were deleted, and that video was on my old computer, I can't re-upload that. So this video is actually going to be my top 10, well it's actually going to be 11, but my top 11 makeup brushes and what I use them for. So before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know that I just filmed a tutorial on this makeup look. It's like a pop of color, pop of purple eye look kind of thing. I filmed that for my Her Campus Beauty channel, so I will put that channel here, I guess. Click there and subscribe so that you can see when that video goes up, or if it's up already, I'll link it in the bottom bar so you can go check that out. Okay, so now let's get into my top 11 favorite makeup brushes and what I use them for. Okay, so I'm going to start off with face brushes, and I actually have 4 face brushes. The first one I'll talk about is my all-time favorite face brush, I have to say, because I use this brush every single day. It's the Essence of Beauty Kabuki brush, and I just got this at CVS. It's the best kabuki brush I personally have ever seen. It is huge. I wish I could show you something like size comparison. Just look at it next to my face. It's huge. And what I love to use this for is after I put on my foundation, currently I'm loving my Victoria's Secret foundation. After I put that on, I like to set my foundation with a powder. And the powder I've been using is, yes, I got a new one, the MAC MSF in Medium Deep. And so what I'll do is I'll kind of dab this in there, and then I'll kind of buff it into the brush and the cap, and then I'll buff it into my skin. And because this brush is so big and so easy to work with, it really gives my face a nice pretty glow, and it really sets my foundation really well. So since I was just saying foundation like literally every other word, I guess I'll talk about my 2 favorite foundation brushes. The first one here is the Sonia Kashuk stippling brush. Just says Sonia Kashuk there. Boring. But this is what it looks like. And just to compare it to the MAC 187, because that's one I feel like a lot of people know about, this is the 187, and this is the Sonia Kashuk brush. So this one's a little bit bigger, as you can see. But I absolutely love this brush. The bristles are stiff, but not so stiff that when you're trying to buff in the foundation, it moves it. A lot of times I find with the 187, it kind of like moves the product off your face, as opposed to this one, which really buffs it into your skin and gives it a really nice finish. So as I said, I basically love using this for my Victoria's Secret Soft Focus Liquid Foundation. So yeah, this is one of my favorite foundation brushes. And then my other one is the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki it's the F80. And I know so many people have talked about this brush. Mine is really dirty, I have to wash it. But it's just a really, really dense, really soft, good kind of stippling flat top brush. And this gives my foundation the best finish, I think. It's a lot better, I think, than the Sonia Kashuk one, simply because it's so much more dense. So you really get a nice light coverage. I like light coverage, so this one helps me get a really nice light coverage of foundation all over my face, and it's really, really good for buffing it in as well. So I highly recommend this brush. It's only, I think it's $16.50 at sigmabeauty.com or something. I'll link it in the bottom bar. But this brush is incredible, and I highly recommend it. Okay, then my 4th and final face brush is the Pure Minerals Blush Brush. And I feel like I've had this brush for so long. It's like kind of getting old. Like this part's kind of wiggly. I don't know if you can see that. But I absolutely love it. Not only is it angled, so it's really good for contouring, it's pretty big as well. Like if I compared this to the Sigma F40, this brush is a lot bigger, if you can see that. So I really love using this for bronzer. So what I'll do is I'll put it up here. Oop, you can't see that. Okay, up here like that. Then I'll sweep it down right in between my tops of my cheekbones and the hollows of my cheekbones. So right along my cheekbones, because that's where the sun would naturally hit your skin, so that's why you'd be tan. So I'd put it here, and then I'd sweep it under my neck like this and blend it down. And this brush is really good for that, mainly because of how big it is, and that's why I love it. Okay, so those are my 4 favorite face brushes. Now let's move into the eye brushes. So there are 7 eye brushes here. I couldn't make this video like top 10 makeup brushes because I couldn't get rid of any of them. So I'm gonna go into my eye brushes now. The first one I'm gonna talk about is by EcoTools, and it's called their Blend Brush. But I have to say, I do not use this I do not use this brush for blending. I use this for packing shadow on my lid. Whoa, almost dropped it. It's absolutely amazing for that. So I really like it because there are really no other brushes that have that kind of tapered shape. I don't know if you can see, it kind of comes to the point at the end. So it's really good for packing shadow all the way into my inner corner and all the way across my lid. So this is amazing. I use this probably every day. I use this over like my Sigma one that I have, the E55. Just because that has such a flat top shape, I really like that this one has that tapered shape. The only downside to this brush and the EcoTools brushes in general, a lot of them don't come with like the full handle. I really wish this had a full handle, but doesn't matter, I still use it and I still love it. The next one I have here is from my Make Me Cool Sigma brush kit, and it is the Pencil E30. And I have a number of pencil brushes. Oh my gosh, my hair is like really sticking to me right now. But this one is my favorite because of how like long the bristles are. It gives you a lot more control of the product, like placing it along. I like using it along my lower lash line. So if I were to compare this to the MAC pencil brush, which is the 219, if you can see these here, the Sigma bristles are much longer and much more flexible. These ones are really stiff, so it's really hard to kind of blend shadow along your lower lash line. The Sigma one, you can really blend and place and blend, and you don't have to kind of switch brushes back and forth all the time. So that is the Sigma Pencil E30. You know what, I'll just do all the Make Me Cool brushes in a row. So the next one here is the Sigma E70. It's called the Medium Angle Shading Brush. Looks like this. And I did a full review on the whole Sigma Make Me Cool set. I don't know if that's up before or after this, but it'll be in the bottom bar when it is up. And I talked about this brush in that review, as I did with all the other brushes that are in the kit. But I love this brush for creating that outer V shape on your eye. The angle of it works really well with my eye shape to kind of go like place the shadow like this and then like that and then create that perfect outer V. So I love using this with darker shadows for darkening out the outer part of my eye. And then the last brush from the Make Me Cool set is the Small Angle E65. E65, yeah. It looks like this, and I love this brush. It is my favorite angle brush. I can show you, I have a lot of angle brushes. I'm not even going to bother pulling them out. But just for comparison, I'll show you this next to the MAC 263. So, ooh, this is hard to hold. Okay. Hope you can see these here. So this is the 263 and the blue one is the Sigma E65. And I really like the Sigma one because of how short and dense and stiff the bristles are. It makes it a lot easier to kind of pack shadow along your lash lines and keep it from kind of flicking all over your face. Using this brush, because it's very like movable, I don't know if you can see that, the bristles are not very stiff. A lot of times I find that you can really flick shadow all over your face with the MAC brush, but this one, because it's so stiff and so dense, it really is good for just packing shadow along your lash lines as a liner. Okay, 3 more brushes. I guess I'll talk about this one first. It's by e.l.f. It's the Professional Eye Defining Brush. And this was a $1 brush, guys. It's a $1 brush, and it is one of my favorite brushes, which I find awesome. It's like a smaller version of the Sigma Medium Angle Contour, or whatever this is called. But I have used this literally for the past, I want to say year, for highlighting my brow bone and highlighting my inner corner. I cannot talk, sorry. So I love it because it's the perfect shape for getting right under my brow right there, and because it can get right into the inner corner of my eye with that angle. So this brush is amazing for that, and it's only $1. You can get this at Target now or eyeslipsface.com. Then the last 2 brushes I have are blending brushes. But this one I don't really use for blending. This one I use for defining my crease, and it is the Sigma E25. It says it's blending, but whatever, you can use your brush for what you want. And I love the shape of this brush. It is really similar to the MAC 117, and this brush has made me want to go pick up a full-size MAC 117 because this is only a travel size, and as I said, I like full-size brushes. But it's a really good tapered, pretty stiff brush that fits perfectly into the crease of my eye. So if I'm ever just placing color in the crease of my eye to kind of define it and make my eyes look a little bit larger, I love using this brush. I think I've used this in almost every single tutorial I've done since I got it, so yeah. Okay, and then my last brush is a brush that you guys should all recognize if you watch my videos. It's from Bare Essentials, and it's called the Tapered Crease Defining Brush. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that. It looks like this. And I use this brush for blending. Blending. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. I love it for blending so much more than my E40. Just because the E40 is way too big, if you can see that. This one is perfect because it can get right where you want to blend. Say you want to blend like the top line and not blend it down to your lid. It really is good for getting right up there and blending it up. Or if you want to blend the bottom line, not the top line, it's really good for that. So this brush is incredible. Again, I got it at Bare Essentials at like an outlet mall a really kind of long time ago, but I still use it, and if you can find this brush, I highly recommend getting it. It is the best blending brush of all time. Again, I use it over my e.l.f. one, another e.l.f. one. I have a lot of e.l.f. brushes. My Sonia Kashuk one. I mean, this brush is awesome. So these are all 7 of my favorite eye brushes, and again, the 4 face brushes, so total top 11 favorite makeup brushes. I really hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions on any of the brushes I talked about. I can definitely fill you in more. I tried to tell you as much as I could in a not too long video. But I do have a lot of other brushes that I do use. These are just the ones that I kind of would say I reach for every single day. But as I said, if you've seen my makeup collection video, which I'll link in the bottom bar also, I have a number of brushes and I do use them all. I wouldn't say any go to waste, so don't worry. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Her Campus Beauty to see a tutorial on this makeup look, and see you guys later. Bye!